ومن كام سنة وانا وبحبك انا.
Hey guys, how you guys doing? Welcome back to a brand new video. Oh my fuck, it's hot. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to pass your driving test in one go. So I've actually whipped out my pass certificate. There it is. Boom. I passed first time with no minors. I did actually take my test a year and a half ago, so I don't know why I didn't do this back then. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Now, I'd honestly say before booking your test, even thinking about booking your test, you need to have mock tests just to see where you'd fail at or if you aced it. So if you take these mock tests and you fail 4 out of 4 of them, I would honestly say just wait back a little bit and then book your test at a later date. Before booking the test, you want to make sure you can do everything, not 100%, but easily. Because normally the tests are being booked in like 3 months in advance or a month in advance. So in that month, you could, really pick it up. You can focus on it with your instructor. If you can't bay park, you'd literally sit down in your car and be like, bitch, take me out of bay park for the next month. And yeah, simple things like checking your blind spot, making sure you always do that, or like making sure you can stay in the middle of the road easily. If your instructor tells you that you're ready for the test and you don't feel ready, don't book that test, boy. Honestly, your instructor can go fuck himself, because that is your money that will go down the drain if you fail. So if you feel confident enough to book the test, book the test. My driving instructor told me that I was ready like maybe 3 months before I actually booked the test. And then I booked the test and it was like a month after. So I had like 4 months from when he said I was ready. Which obviously I was confident when I booked the test, so I was even more confident when I took the test. If you don't feel confident driving now, just imagine having some random fucking guy sat next to you named Bill. Now, you also want to know how to pull off smoothly. You want to know how to change gears smoothly. Because imagine like you get into some guy's car and he's wheel spinning off the line. You're doing that thing where you change it and it's like, whoa, you're gonna scare the shit out of that guy. When booking a test, I would say tell people if it makes you feel more comfortable, and also don't tell people if it makes you less comfortable. Do what basically suits you. I know a lot of people don't tell them. They'll tell people because it makes them feel comfortable, because there's no expectation of passing from anybody because they don't know. But yeah, tell people if that makes you comfortable, and don't tell people if that makes you more comfortable. Once you've booked it, straight away be confident you've booked it. You know what I mean? Be like, I've booked that test in a month. In a month, I'm going to pass that motherfucker. Now, I think mentality is a big part of just driving, because if you're thinking about failing, you're going to do shit in the test that you wouldn't usually do on a lesson. You might be acing like lessons, but on the test, because you are thinking about failing, chuck that shit out the window. Because if you are confident and you know you're going to pass, you will literally drive how you drive with your instructor in the car. The next thing is, the examiner is just a human being. He's not here to like fail you and then go home laughing. He's basically just a guy who's probably scared shitless because he gets into learn driver's cars every flipping day. So if you can show him that he doesn't need to be scared with you in a car, basically you've done it. You've done your job. If he's scared, you're gonna get a fail probably. Don't be scared about sitting in the car with a stranger. Just think of him like your good old pal Bill. You're gonna see him for like 20 minutes of your life, and then you're never gonna see him again. Like, come on. Next thing is, do a lesson before the test. Do an hour or an hour and a half before the lesson or before the test. It will make you just get into driving. Once you get to the test, it kind of felt for me, once I got to the test, it felt like I just hopped into the same car with just the same guy. Just felt like I was driving the same guy in the car. For the day of the test, you need to know like everything that's going to happen in the test, I think, so that nothing jumps out at you and it's like, oh shit, I didn't know that was going to happen. Like for example, the eye test at the start, I was quite nervous for that because I have quite bad eyesight, but I read it quite easily. This is where you stand. I'm not sure how far from a car. You just read the number plate. It's easier than it looks. Also, the show me, tell me questions, you want to know all of them. Now, with the show me, tell me questions, you need to know all of them, because if that guy asks you something like, how much is the tread depth? Minimum tread depth. Just gonna make your nerves a bit off before you've even started driving. That's the main bit of driving. So putting like a day to learning these isn't going to be anything compared to cooling your nerves. The driving test is all about nerves really, I think. And also know your road marking and signs. if it says no entry, fucking don't enter it. Or one-way street, etc. like that. Now, the next thing is obviously just things you need to do in the test, like checking your mirrors like never before. Honestly, mirror, mirror, boom. You know what I mean? Just checking everything. If you need to check your blind spot, check it. Check your blind spot and mirrors like you're never gonna do it again, basically. Because that's what I did. Don't look at what the examiner is writing, because the examiner's writing stuff on my test and I got literally no faults. Honestly, if you mess up like stalling at a junction, who fucking gives a shit? So for example, if you stall when coming up to a curb, that's no big deal as long as it causes some sort of accident, you know what I mean? And if you can recover from it, that's what really matters, you know what I mean? So yeah, guys, unfortunately that is the end of today's video. Hopefully guys have enjoyed. If you have any more tips, comment them down below. And obviously if you are taking your test, tell me when. If you're nervous about something, comment that down below. Unfortunately, guys, that is the end of today's video. It is really hot in this car, so I'm going to get the fuck out. If you have got to the end of this video, then comment bin, and I'll subscribe to your channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later faces in my next video. What?